My name is Raquel. I am 26 years of age. I've been on dialysis, well, for 8 years, and I've been waiting on a kidney transplant for 8 years. Well, they didn't really tell me what was the cause. All they told me is that my kidneys fail and I need to do dialysis immediately. And over the years of dialyzing, I went to find out the reason or what caused my renal failure. And they told me it was due to my high blood pressure, which caused my kidneys to fail. I found out I have kidney failure and high blood pressure at the same time. When I found out that my kidneys failed, I was like, what? Like, really? My kidneys failed? I was like, okay, well, give me a tablet, me take it so like bring back my kidneys. So, and my family, they were totally distraught and they didn't know how to deal with me having kidney failure. Had a lot we had to go through, meaning to find a place to dialyze, the money to pay for dialysis, the money for medication, and not only that, the emotional, physical, it became a lot of stress. And we were lucky enough to get to do dialysis free at NOTU, but the emotional part of doing dialysis, it's really challenging. And the support of my family, it'd be hard on them sometimes, but they got my back. Medication, 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 medication. Well, for me, dialysis is a very tiring, stressful thing. Having to go 3 times a week, being hooked up to a machine I had many surgeries before. I had a perm clot in my chest with coming one port where the blood is coming out and the other port is the cleansed blood is coming back in. And sometimes you get infections, sometimes your port, your access doesn't work and you have to come back to dialysis. And I don't know what to say about dialysis. It's just hard. Just hard. Yes, I created a group called the NOTU Renal Youth Group because one day I saw that many youths were dialyzing and I wanted to know how they cope being on dialysis and having to go such a stressful thing as a young person. And I created a group as a support to get them away from that type of atmosphere, carry them places, let them know that there is life after renal failure and it is not a death, it is definitely not a death sentence. And help them aim towards getting a kidney transplant. And these youths, they are strong. Some of them I get, encouragement from. But yeah, the youths, they need each other.
There's no age limit where dialysis is concerned.
No, there's no age where dialysis is concerned. The old, the young, baby, everybody can get it at any time. On a great day, you get great clearance. On a great day, you take off the amount of fluid you're supposed to take off. On a great day, you just feel overall healthy. On a bad day, sometimes, like I said, when your port is not working and you have to come off and come back another day, you have to do a back-to-back. And that and all is a big drag. You feel overloaded. You feel shortness of breath. You just feel like, how to say, I really don't have any words for that on a bad day, just bad. My life before kidney failure, well, I used to go to school and, you know, I was a pretty busy person, exercising, eating healthy, had a pretty active social life. After dialysis, everything slows down. You can't go certain places without feeling tired. You are tired constantly. I don't really have much of an active social life because of my access and having to think about going to dialysis the next day is just like, you know what, let me just stay home. I don't feel like going anywhere, seeing anybody, you know, you are able to go to movies, you are able to do many activities, but you have to pace yourself. You can't go at a normal healthy person pace. You have to pace yourself. You have to be constantly, you have to think about your access. You have to think about, okay, if I go do this activity, how am I going to feel after this activity? Is it worth going to do this activity? Is it worth my health going to do this activity? I myself try to look for a job, but nobody wants to hire someone like with renal failure and any type of illness because the main reason they don't want them to occur to them on the work, and you know they would want to be accountable if you fall ill or something like that, or sometimes basically how you look, or if they see this access on my hand, they don't want nobody in the store or in a job place, you know. I experienced so many things. When I had the port on my chest, I was in a maxi one day and my shirt pulled a little bit, and a lady told me, well, she didn't tell me, she said hard in the maxi she have AIDS. The whole maxi heard, even the maxi driver didn't even want to take my money. And kidney patients, we go through so many tough challenges, and what people have to understand, we are humans too. We have feelings. The type of discrimination and stuff, it needs to stop. Try to educate people more and more every day, but people not hearing. They need to hear, they need to listen, they need to listen to what we are saying. One of my favorite things to do is to cook. I love to cook. I love to create meals. I love to bake. I love to find out interesting, more, how to say?
Healthy, interesting ways.
Yeah, to make normal food that we love to eat healthy for kidney patients to eat. On the days I have dialysis, I go to dialysis for 6, so I have to get up, get breakfast, head to dialysis. Sometimes I doesn't feel to go because just the thought of going on this machine for 3.5 hours with needles in your hand, and it's 8 years I've been doing this, and it's pretty getting tiring now. But I pray and ask Yahweh to give me the strength to go through what I need to go through, and I come out okay and I feel great after I pray. On a normal day after dialysis, sleep. That's all, sleep. When I don't have dialysis, just sleep all day. relax whole day until the other session. When you have kidney failure, you are on fluid restrictions, strict fluid restrictions, because if you do drink like a normal human, well, no, I keep saying human, like a normal, healthy person, you will accumulate fluids all over your body, especially in your lungs, and it will make it hard for you to move about, and it will be hard for you to breathe. In my case, I will have like 4 ounces. Yeah.
And that's for the day or that's for the week or?
That's for the day.
The day.
Mm-hmm. Being a person on dialysis is not an easy thing. Being a young person, a young female person on dialysis is not an easy thing. Because there are things that some, young male patients may be able to do, say like to have a family, like a baby. Young renal patients, female patients, we are not allowed to. I want people to know that kidney failure is real. Young people get it, and I want people to just educate yourself. Keep up with your diet, exercise. Also, keep doing it, going to your doctor and check your bloods. And also if you have a family member who is going through this, support them. Support them, support them, support them. Support is a big thing. That's what I want people to know.
My name is Christine Evangelist Gibbs. I am 26 years old. I've been dialyzing for PD. I did 3.5 years. Then I got a transplant which lasted for 1 year. And now I'm back on hemo for like approximately 7 to 8 years. It's a challenge, but it's nothing I don't deal with. It became my life. I accepted it. I have to live. It's either this, dialysis, or death, which I choose dialysis. I want to live. Back on the list for the transplant, but my husband said he would like to give me one of his kidneys, which I am very grateful for, and in the process of working out. At some days, on dialysis, you're weak. My blood pressure tends to drop very low at sometimes, and then sometimes it's normal. So then you have the good days, the bad days. Bad days is when you're weak, you literally can't do anything. You're trying to force to even go home because you're so weak. And then have the days where, okay, you could do things after, I could go out, stuff like that. So it's a good and a bad, but as I said, I'm not complaining. I am very grateful for this dialysis. Peritoneal dialysis, where you have a catheter in your stomach and a machine at home. So you dialyze basically at home at night for 8 hours. So it's like while you're sleeping, you dialyze. But the fluid enter you, it dwells in your stomach for like 8 hours and then it empties out. And that's the process on PD for peritoneal dialysis. I was diagnosed at the age of 14. I was in Form 2 and I ended up in the hospital because I got all the symptoms: foot swelling, nausea, couldn't sleep, blood pressure was to the roof. And after I spent when I came here, I spent 2 to 3 months. 2 months on the ward and a month training for peritoneal dialysis. And I did that for 3 years. Thank God with no infection, because you can't go to the beach or bathe, river, pool, nothing. That's it. My school studies had stopped. I literally fell back. I I literally couldn't catch myself back to where I left. It was such a challenge. My teachers, though, they understand, but it was still hard for me because when you're on dialysis, it tends to mess with your mind. You can't keep functioning straight. It was a challenge knowing that I was going to school at the point in time. But my friends kept me up, which I was glad. So I still had my friends and my teachers, they understood. But while I was still going to school, although I had the transplant, but the transplant failed, I couldn't do exams. I couldn't finish my 60. So I had to immediately stop. And that was it from there. I was back to hemodialysis. I had a bad injection. I couldn't walk. I was bleeding internally. I have a big scar from here to here. That was emergency surgery because I had clot blood all in my stomach. And from there forward, that was it. I couldn't do anything. I had a year of therapy just to get my foot back, to walk a little better. It's still not 100%, but I can still walk. My mom and dad were scared. They were really terrified. My grandmother, she was my everything. She passed away recently, like 2 weeks ago. With her, I was good. I know for sure I was good. She used to sleep in the hospital every night with me when they inject me bad. She used to sleep with me in the hospital every night, taking care of me, coming. I never liked hospital food, so she used to bring food and ice because I don't like nothing warm. So, well, she passed away, so now it's basically my mom, my dad, and they fought. But it affected my mom too because at one point in time, if she don't get into me, she thought that was it, something wrong, I did something. So she used to take it on. But now that they more consider me very strong, because they say they can't go through what I went through. So they think that I'm very, very strong. So I'm grateful for all who've been in my life. My mom, my dad, my aunt. Yeah, I close to my family. I think it is a really good group because we really try to keep the youths on track. We try to keep their minds occupied because if you sit down home and you think about this dialysis, you really will get depressed. When I leave here, well, I go home to try and take a rest. Then I cook, I will clean up the house, wash, then I'll go out. I'll go by my aunt, see what to do there. And then, well, because my grandmother was sick with cancer, I used to go up every day to help. But now that she has passed, I could try to do a course or go to White Up and see what they have open up that I could start. Yeah.
And what do you like to do?
Sew. I like to sew, I like to do nails, I like craft. Yeah.
You can sew dresses and costumes?
I want to. I would love to start. I really want to start Monday way. I really want to. I don't have no diet. I eat everything but in moderation. I don't overdo it. If I know it is something that's not really good for us, I will eat like a little bit once a while. Bananas, that's high in potassium, I'll eat that like once a month, just to keep up my potassium. And phosphorus, I minimum how much phosphorus I intake. Along with if I taking phosphorus, I will take my Renal medication, and that's all I have to do. Once I eat it, I have to take Renal. So that in that way that my phosphorus won't go up and my PTH won't go up either. Because once your PTH go up, bones get brittle, your features change, you shrink, everything is that, and that's not until they do surgery and they take out the thyroid. So I really don't want to reach to that stage, so I try to maintain my phosphorus level along with my PTH level. I experienced it for 1 year, so I know it will be different. It really will be different, and it's very tiring to come here for 6 o'clock, so I have to get up like 4:30 every morning, travel down here to get dialysis for 6. So, and to say I change my shift, it will be taking up my whole day. So I'd rather come early, get it done and over with, and then go about my day. Then having to study I have here to come, I can't do this during the day or whatever. So I'd rather come early and deal with it. And with transplant, I won't have to come here. I can eat as I want, drink as I want, drink how much water I want. Yeah, and that's the most exciting thing, to drink. Antibody levels. My antibody levels went up. I don't know, they never explained to me it was the medication that didn't think, but it went up. My antibodies went up. And when it went up, it rejected the kidney. It attacked the kidney and it rejected it. And they recently changed, not recently, but as mine had failed, they had changed cyclosporin to tacrolimus, which I had preferred tacrolimus. But they had recently changed to that. So when you get transplant here, it really, really is a blessing. It is wonderful. There's so much more you could do. Dialysis is not a death sentence. There is life after dialysis. You just have to put it in your mind that this is your life, you want to live, and you will do all that you can do to work this through and fight through this, especially through this hemodialysis. To become an organ donor is like you're giving life. You're basically giving life. Because I've seen people who is just so happy that they got this transplant, and you glow, you get this glow, you start gaining weight, and you feel good about yourself. You don't have to do dialysis, you know you have life. So to become an organ donor is, my uncle did, and he felt great. He was so happy that he gave this kidney to me. He was sad. He was sad that I had to come back on hemodialysis. That's the only problem. If he could have given me his next one, he would have. But he was really sad that it didn't work as we all wanted to. But we just kept the hope, and I'm still here today. So I kept my faith, and I'm still here today. I'm not giving up. So I am going to fight it through, and being an organ donor, I think, is a wonderful thing. If I was all healthy, well, I probably would have been one, yeah. Because my aunt and they are.